Now, I am sorry, I am truly sorry that I had to expose you to social media posts from Chris Bowen last night. Some of you told me you threw items at what were perfectly fine televisions up till that moment. So in the interest of saving your electrical goods, let me warn you, I'm about to show you more. Bowen has been back at it.
So when the coalition announced their nuclear scheme, they promised 2.5 years of consultation with each and every community where they're going to build a nuclear reactor.
In that 2.5-year consultation process with those communities.
Now today, completely different story.
We'll start building the first nuclear power plant the very first day after a coalition government's elected.
Construction from day one, even though they haven't done the consultation on earthquakes, even though they've promised more consultation. Just reminds us they haven't thought it through, they don't know the details. It's a risky plan for Australia.
Nuclear, the word is nuclear. And earthquakes? Seriously? Risky? As opposed to the blackouts and price hikes from unreliable renewables? No risks there. Good one, Chris. But there's more.
We believe that wherever possible, government should not compete with an efficient private sector.
Well, Peter, if that's the case, why are you creating new government bodies to run nuclear and spending hundreds of billions of dollars of taxpayers' money on nuclear to replace private sector investment in renewable energy?
Nuclear, Chris. The word is nuclear. And Labor pretending it cares about keeping government spending under control is very novel. How much have they spent on the renewables experiment so far? $5 billion, $20 billion, $100 billion? Give us the number.
Well, in the Albanese government, we believe in choice, in giving Australians more choices so that they are in charge of their own energy resources and they can choose how to reduce their bills and emissions.
This is my favourite. Labor is all about giving Australians a choice when it comes to energy. Oh, except if you don't want a wind farm or a transmission line in your neighbourhood. You have no choice then. Or an offshore wind farm or a solar factory next door. No choice for you then. But OK, otherwise Labor is into energy choices for Australians, right? Oh, except if you want a gas cooker at home or a gas fireplace. No, they want to ban that. Or unless you want to drive a diesel or petrol car, they'll use taxes and charges to force you out of that into an electric vehicle. But apart from that, all right, apart from your cars and your household appliances and the reckless renewables, Labor is into energy choices for Australians, right? Well, of course, not if you favour cheap, reliable, plentiful coal-fired electricity. That's the choice they're working to eliminate. You can choose any form of energy except coal-fired power. Oh, or gas. They're also against domestic gas, so please don't rely on that. It might be reliable and efficient and cleaner than coal, but it's not clean enough apparently. So forget that choice. So apart from all of that, Labor is into choices when it comes to energy, right? But no, they're against nuclear energy too, of course. They want to maintain a ban on nuclear, despite the rest of the world seizing onto it as the clean, reliable solution. So Labor is into choices in energy. You can have unreliable and expensive power, or you can have no power at all, some choice. You can choose to accept their expensive, unreliable and impossible renewables-only experiment, or you can be a knuckle-dragging climate denier. I guess we do have one choice. We could choose to vote Labor, Greens or Teal, and that way we'd keep Chris Bowen in charge of energy policy. That's your real choice.